Don't you dare skip this. God says, 88 seconds left. I tried everything, but you keep skipping this. If you don't open this message in time, you will take the blame for the misery that is about to happen in 20 minutes. You're not here by accident. This isn't a coincidence. God is speaking to you right now, and He's not whispering. This is a cry from heaven. Don't scroll away. If you walk away from this, you may miss the very thing your soul has been crying for. You've got 88 seconds, and heaven is watching how you respond. God tried through dreams, through signs, through silence, through storms, and now He is speaking directly to your heart. This is your moment. Don't waste it. Comment Amen right now to say you're listening. What's coming in 20 minutes may not look like thunder or fire, but it can shake everything in your world. God is warning you not because He wants you afraid, but because He loves you enough to interrupt your distractions. You've been asking for a sign. This is it. You've been numb, waiting, scrolling endlessly. But this is different. You feel it in your chest. Something deep in your spirit is stirring, and you know these words aren't just words. They're a lifeline. There's a divine countdown happening, and it's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you. You've been asleep at the wheel, drifting, living by routine, hiding your pain behind fake smiles. God sees it all. The tears you cried in silence, the nights you couldn't sleep. The prayers you whispered but felt no one heard. He heard, and He's responding now. This is not a threat. This is a rescue. Take a moment, breathe, and comment 1111 if you believe God is trying to reach you right now. He's not trying to punish you. He's trying to protect you from what's coming. You can't see it, but He can. He knows where that path leads. He knows the destruction that's quietly approaching. And He's giving you this chance to choose differently. This is a call to wake up, to return, to come back to Him with all your heart. You've been running, but He never stopped chasing you. You've ignored His voice, but He never stopped speaking over you. You keep skipping, hoping the next thing will satisfy, the next scroll will fix what's breaking inside. But none of it is working. You've been asking why everything feels off, why doors keep closing, why people walk away, why peace keeps slipping through your hands. It's because you've been out of alignment. You're living on your own terms when you were made for God's presence, and He is calling you back. This is your interruption, your redirection, your divine wake-up call. There is a heaviness you've carried for far too long, and God is ready to lift it. But you have to stop ignoring Him. You have to stop brushing off the pull in your heart. You have to stop acting like you have forever. You don't. Time is moving, and so is the enemy. You think the attack is just a bad day or a series of disappointments, but the enemy has been planning a hit against your mind, your joy, your family, your purpose. And God is stepping in before it goes any further. But He needs you to stop skipping His voice. Every delay, every heartbreak, every closed door has been God trying to get your attention. Not to destroy you, but to save you. You're walking into things that are not for you. You're letting voices speak over you that are not from Him. You've been distracted and slowly drifting toward danger. And now God is placing this message right in your face, pleading with you not to look away. His Spirit is calling you home, not just emotionally, but spiritually. Back to the place where your heart can finally rest. Back to His arms, His voice, His plan. And if you listen now, what was meant to break you could become the very thing that shifts your whole future. Don't let pride make you scroll. Don't let fear silence your faith. You've made too many decisions trying to please others. This is between you and God. He is speaking directly to your heart right now. Feel the weight of that. Let it sink in. The creator of the universe is calling out to you in this exact moment, and you know deep down this isn't a coincidence. God is not asking for perfection. He's asking for your attention. Comment 222 if you trust that God's plan is better than your understanding. He sees the warfare you've been under. He's seen the spiritual attacks, the emotional weight, the confusion, the heaviness. The enemy's been whispering lies into your mind, trying to convince you that God forgot you, that your prayers don't matter, that your breakthrough will never come. But that's a lie. And God is exposing it right now. You were chosen for more. You were born to carry light, to walk in power, to shift atmospheres, to live in the fullness of God's plan. But somewhere along the way, you started listening to voices that made you shrink. You started doubting what God put inside of you, and now you're living beneath your calling. This is not just about survival. God didn't create you to just make it through life. He created you to overcome, to stand tall, to walk boldly, to break generational curses, to heal from what broke you, and to step into miracles that defy logic. But first, you need to stop running. You need to silence the noise. You need to get honest with God. Tell him you're tired. Tell him you've been lost. He already knows, but he wants your heart to open again. He wants to meet you in the real, raw place. No filters, no pretending. Is it really possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial struggle into overnight wealth? This leaked, CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second money ritual that's changing lives right now. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience labs, it reprograms your brain to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now living their dream lives, luxury homes, new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Just you and him. And if you respond to him now, you won't just escape what's coming. You'll step into something greater than you've imagined. A peace that calms storms. A joy that can't be stolen. A strength that holds you steady when everything else shakes. But you have to answer now. Time is moving. The countdown isn't a metaphor. God is revealing this to you because he loves you too much to let you fall into what the enemy planned. This is divine protection. This is grace knocking at your door one more time. Comment 333 right now to declare your faith over fear. You've been running on empty, pouring out when no one pours back, fighting battles that no one sees, and you've been doing it in silence, trying to hold it all together. But God never asked you to carry it alone. He's not watching you break so he can punish you. He's watching to see if you'll turn to him so he can restore you. You're not a lost cause. You're not forgotten. You're seen, deeply loved, and divinely chosen. Heaven knows your name. Angels have been assigned to guard your steps, even when you didn't notice. You were never meant to carry pain like armor. You were never meant to pretend you're okay when your heart is barely holding on. The enemy has been working hard to keep you busy, distracted, numb. Because if he can keep you blind to who you really are in God, you'll never step into the authority you've been given. But today that ends. Today, God is pulling the covers off the lies and showing you the truth about yourself, your calling, your identity, and his relentless love for you. You are not just a survivor. You are a warrior in the spirit, and your voice carries the power of heaven when you align with God. He's not asking you to fix everything. He's asking you to surrender everything. That shame you carry, let it go. That guilt that weighs on you, it's not yours anymore. That voice in your head saying you're not good enough, rebuke it now. God says you're worthy because he called you. You're enough because he created you. You're safe because he surrounds you. And right now, He's wrapping his arms around your brokenness and reminding you that he never stopped fighting for you. The battles you've been in weren't proof that God abandoned you. They were proof that the enemy sees what you're capable of. He's been trying to stop you before you rise. But what the enemy used to break you, God is about to use to bless you. There is still time. You haven't missed the breakthrough. The blessing is still waiting. The miracle is still on the way. But you have to respond. You can't just feel this and move on. You have to say yes. Open your mouth and speak life. Say his name. Call out to Jesus. Say you need him. Say you trust him. Let your heart speak. He's listening. This isn't just another moment. This is the moment. And if you knew the weight of what's about to shift in your life, you would fall on your knees in tears. Because heaven has been working in the background. Angels have been pushing back darkness. Prayers you forgot you prayed are about to bear fruit. Doors you thought were dead are about to open. But God is waiting for your surrender. You've tried everything else. You've tried to numb it. You've tried to ignore it. You've tried to fake peace and force joy. But real healing, real rest, real strength, it only comes when you hand it all to God. He is not asking you to be perfect. He is asking you to be real. This is holy ground you're standing on. You didn't come here by accident. Your spirit was pulled here by divine mercy. This moment is saturated with purpose. It's not just about your next step, it's about your next season. And the decision you make here could be the difference between chaos and covering. Comment 555 if you know God is doing something right now in your life. You've felt forgotten, but God has never taken his eyes off you. You've cried out for healing, and it's coming. You've begged for clarity, and the answers are on their way, but you must remain. Stay here, stay listening, stay praying. Don't scroll past this and walk back into the noise. Stay in his presence. This is where chains break. This is where lies fall apart. This is where you come alive again. There is a fire being reignited in your soul right now. It may have dimmed, but it never died. God is breathing on the embers of your faith. You're about to burn with passion, with clarity, with a boldness that scares darkness. You're about to pray like you've never prayed, love like you've never loved, worship like you've never worshipped, because the veil is being lifted. You're seeing the truth of who you are. A child of the Most High God, called, anointed, protected, unstoppable when surrendered. Don't let fear rob you of this moment. Don't let doubt convince you this isn't for you. It is. You were meant to hear this. God orchestrated every second of this encounter because he knows exactly what you've been carrying. He knows your secret prayers. He knows what you've been hiding, and still he calls you his. You may feel broken, but to God you are beautiful. You may feel unworthy, but to God you are priceless. You may feel tired, but in God's strength you are victorious. You don't have to earn his love. You just have to accept it. Let the walls come down. Let the tears fall. Let him in. Not the version of you that tries to look strong, but the real you. The one who is weary. The one who's been waiting for something to finally make sense. The one who just needs a hug from heaven. Comment 1212 if you believe God still has more for your life. Have you heard about the top secret ritual the government wants to keep hidden? Imagine if a single 7-second ritual could clear your debts and draw wealth to you effortlessly. A leaked CIA report and 4 leading neuroscience labs confirm it's not a myth. Struggling families are moving into dream homes with total peace of mind. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You keep looking for a sign, and God keeps sending them. But because they don't come how you expect, you pass them by. He's not going to write it in the clouds when he's already written it in your heart. You've felt it for weeks, that pull, that discomfort, that inner restlessness, that sense that something is about to shift. That's not in your imagination. That's the Spirit telling you it's time. You've been marked for something higher, and the season of delay is ending, but you have to choose. You can't keep one foot in the world and one in the kingdom. God doesn't want half your heart. He wants the part of you that's been breaking, the part that's been hiding, the part that thought it was too late to come back. Bring that part to Him. He's not offended by your mess. He's not shocked by your struggles. He wants it all. Because only when you give it all can He heal it all. You've tried to carry it in your own strength. You've tried to make sense of it all. But your understanding was never meant to be the foundation. God's wisdom is deeper. His plan is bigger. His protection stretches further than you know. There were things sent to destroy you that didn't touch you because God stood between you and the enemy. You'll never know the full weight of what He's kept you from. But you're still standing. And that alone is a miracle. He didn't let you die in that depression. He didn't let that heartbreak swallow you whole. He didn't let the lies become your identity. He stepped in when you couldn't even pray, and He covered you in silence. That's what real love looks like. Constant, quiet, fierce. And now, He's asking for your heart to return. Don't wait until the storm comes to seek Him. Don't wait until everything falls apart to cry out. Choose Him now. Choose Him while you still have time to walk in purpose instead of recovery. Choose Him while your spirit can still hear. He's waiting not with punishment, but with peace. He wants to give you clarity for the confusion, strength for the weakness, grace for the guilt. But you have to be willing to let go of what's been weighing you down. That relationship that keeps pulling you into cycles, let it go. That habit that numbs the pain but steals your peace, surrender it. That lie that says you'll never change, silence it. You've given so much energy to things that don't pour back into you. You've been fighting for people who never fought for you. God is calling you to rest, not to quit, to rest in Him. Because from rest comes power, from surrender comes strength. You were never meant to do life apart from Him. You were never meant to just survive. You were created to live boldly, speak truth, walk in purpose, and overflow with the light of Christ. But how can you shine when your soul is buried under the weight of things not meant for you? God wants to free you, but you have to stop running back to chains. Freedom doesn't come through comfort. It comes through obedience. That means letting go when it hurts. That means trusting even when you don't see. That means worshiping even when you feel weak. God never promised the path would be easy, but He did promise you would never walk it alone. And He's been with you every step, even when you didn't see Him. Comment 777 if you're choosing to walk with God no matter how hard it gets. You are closer than you realize, closer to the healing, closer to the shift, closer to the moment where everything clicks and the tears finally make sense. But the enemy will always attack hardest right before the breakthrough. That's why you've been so heavy. That's why it's been so chaotic. That's why the lies have gotten louder. But the louder the enemy gets, the more confident you can be that something holy is rising. The pain is proof that the old is breaking. The pressure is a sign that new oil is being poured. The silence was not God's absence, it was His preparation. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. But this next season requires a different version of you, not the people-pleasing you, not the one who hides how much they're hurting, not the one who says, "I'm fine," while bleeding on the inside. God wants the raw, real, surrendered you. That's the one He can work with. That's the one he can heal. This isn't about religion, it's about relationship. You don't need to earn God's attention. You already have it. You don't need to impress him. He already knows your heart. But you do need to return. Not halfway, not once a week. All in. Your purpose is too important. Your calling is too unique. Your life is too valuable to waste one more day living disconnected from the one who gave it to you. You've heard so many voices, but his voice is the one that leads to peace. And right now, he's whispering, "Come home. Come home from the chaos. Come home from the fear. Come home from the emptiness. Come home from the pressure. Come back to the one place where your soul doesn't have to perform his presence. God doesn't want a version of you. He wants you, fully, flawed, but open. And if you give him that, he'll give you a life you couldn't imagine. Not free from storms, but full of peace. Not perfect, but deeply protected. Not always easy, but always covered." Comment 999 if you know God is holding you through it all. The enemy has tried to use time to convince you that God forgot. You prayed and waited. Nothing seemed to move. The doors stayed shut. The pain lingered, and slowly you started to wonder if any of it mattered. But time is not proof of absence. Time is often where God does his deepest work. While you were waiting, he was rearranging. While you were crying, he was storing your tears like seeds. And the harvest is coming, not in your timing, but in his perfect season. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading everywhere so fast? New CIA leaks have revealed a powerful brain ritual that triggers instant wealth flow. This 7-second technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly changing lives. From crushing debt to dream vacations, this could be your shortcut to abundance. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. But he's not just after your blessing, he's after your heart. You can't fully walk into what God has for you if part of your heart still clings to what broke you. You have to release it, the betrayal, the loss, the failure, the rejection. Not because it didn't matter, but because it's weighing down your destiny. God can't fill hands that are still holding on to what he told you to let go of. And I know, letting go hurts. Forgiving feels unfair. Trusting again feels risky. But that's where healing begins. You can't walk with God and carry bitterness. His presence is peace. His spirit is freedom. There's no room for chains when you're called to fly. You keep asking God to take you higher, but the altitude you're praying for requires lighter baggage, so let him have it all. The fears you don't speak about, the guilt you carry in silence, the memories that still haunt you, the anger you've been trying to pray through, lay it down, not because you're strong enough to handle it, but because you're not. And that's okay. You were never meant to be your own savior. Jesus didn't die for part of your healing. He died for the whole of you. Every part you've been trying to hide, he already saw. And still, he stayed. Still, he called you. Still, he loved you. If his grace was based on performance, none of us would stand. But his love is not earned. It's received. So stop trying to prove your worth and just let him love you as you are. Comment 1010 if you believe his grace is greater than your shame. God's not looking for a perfect vessel. He's looking for a willing one. And if all you have is a whisper of a yes, that's enough for him to move. He takes small faith and makes it unstoppable. He takes broken people and makes them leaders. He takes painful stories and turns them into testimonies that shake nations. But you have to be honest with him. You have to stop pretending you're okay when you're not. He already knows. So open your heart and let him in. Let him see the wounds. Let him touch the scars. Let him remind you that you are still his. There is no shame in needing help. There is no weakness in weeping before God. That's where real strength is born, in surrender. In those quiet moments where you finally say, God, I can't do this without you. He's not waiting for you to figure it out. He's waiting for you to come home. You're not too late. You haven't gone too far. That moment you feel right now, that stirring in your chest, it's proof that God is still calling you, that His Spirit is alive in you, that He's not done writing your story. And yes, it may look messy right now. You may not know the next step, but you don't need to. You just need to take the first one toward Him. He'll light the path. He'll provide the strength. He'll carry you when you can't walk, but He won't drag you. You have to choose. Choose peace over panic. Choose faith over fear. Choose surrender over control. You've tried your way. You've run the race with your own map, and it left you tired, lost, and empty. But now God is offering you rest, not just physical rest, soul-deep rest. The kind that quiets your thoughts, the kind that restores your joy, the kind that makes you remember who you really are. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your lowest moment. You are not what they did to you. You are chosen, redeemed, called, loved. You are God's, and no demon in hell can change that. Heaven sees your heart, it hears your cry, and it moves at the sound of your faith. Even when your faith is a whisper, even when all you can say is, help, that's enough. So say it now if you need to. Say, help me, God. Say, I want to come home. Say, I don't want to do this without you anymore. Say anything, but say it with your heart open, because He's here, right now, not judging, not condemning, just waiting. And if you respond, really respond, you will feel something shift, maybe not around you at first, but within you, and that's where everything begins. Let God in, and He'll begin to heal what no one else could touch. He'll restore what time tried to erase. He'll bring beauty out of ashes and purpose out of pain, but He won't force it. He loves you too much to control you. So choose Him now, before another minute goes by, before the 20 minutes run out, before you go back to scrolling and forget that this moment was holy, because it is. This right now, this is holy ground. Your phone just became an altar. Your heart just became a sanctuary. God just stepped into your space, and all of heaven is watching your response. Comment 1515. If you know your story is still being written by His hand, you've mistaken silence for absence. But God has been in every detail, every delay, every detour. When the job fell through, He was protecting you. When that person left, He was removing what couldn't go where you're headed. When your plans collapsed, it wasn't failure, it was divine redirection. But you only see the full picture when you stop fighting Him and start following Him. It's hard, isn't it? Surrendering what you thought was best, laying down dreams you held so tightly, letting go of timing you were sure had to be right. But trust is only trust when you let go of control. And right now, God is asking for that. Not because He's trying to punish you, but because He wants to free you. Your grip on what's familiar is costing you what's eternal. You've been holding on to people who don't value your calling. You've been walking through doors God never opened. You've been pouring your soul into things that drain your peace. But now heaven is pulling you out of that cycle. God is calling you back to what's real, what's holy, what's from Him. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into fortune? A covert CIA finding exposes a strange 7-second ritual that activates money-attracting brainwaves on autopilot. Supported by science and 4 elite labs, this home ritual is turning struggling people into dream lifestyle owners. But this page may disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted from the internet forever. This is your moment to return. Not just to church, not just to routine, but to deep relationship. To the kind of faith that makes you weep in His presence. To the kind of prayer that shakes your atmosphere. To the kind of worship that breaks chains in the spirit. You were never meant to live disconnected from your source. That's why you've felt so dry, so numb, so exhausted. You've been spiritually dehydrated, trying to survive without living water. But God says, come and drink again, come and rest again, come and be filled again. And when you do, everything changes. Because when the presence of God touches your life, your past loses its grip. Shame loses its voice. Doubt begins to dissolve. You remember who you are. And more importantly, you remember whose you are. You are not the trauma you experienced. You are not the failure you went through. You are not the lie they spoke over you. You are God's child, His beloved, His vessel. And when He marks someone, no darkness can erase that. So walk in that now. Don't wait for others to confirm what God has already spoken. Don't shrink just to keep people comfortable. Don't dim your fire to match the room. You were born to shine. You were made to disrupt hell. You were chosen to carry light into the darkest places. But the first place light needs to shine is inside your own soul. You've got wounds that need God's touch, and pretending they're not there won't heal them. Let Him in. Let Him touch the places you've hidden. Let Him into the anxiety, the anger, the apathy. Let Him breathe new life where hope was buried. Comment 1717 if you're ready for that healing to begin now. You don't need a perfect prayer, just a real one. Say, God, I need you. I can't do this alone. I've been pretending, running, surviving, but I want to live. I want to walk with you. I want to be whole again. That's what He's been waiting for, not a performance, a surrender. The world taught you to toughen up, but God is teaching you to open up. You don't have to be cold to be strong. You don't have to hide to be safe. You don't have to run to feel free. You just need Him. And He's never been far. He's been waiting behind every wall you built, ready to wrap you in love that doesn't walk away when you're weak. He's not tired of you. He's not disappointed. He's not mad that you fell again. He's glad you're still reaching, that you're still listening, that something in you still wants to believe. That alone moves His heart. And when God's heart is moved, miracles begin. So expect it now. Expect peace to come back. Expect clarity where there's been confusion. Expect strength to rise again. Expect to feel love that doesn't change based on how well you perform. That's the kind of love God gives. Unshakable, eternal, pure. And when you let that love in, everything else starts to shift. You stop chasing things that don't love you back. You stop craving validation from broken places. You stop living to impress people who can't even see your soul. You start living with heaven in your lungs. You start walking like you're covered, praying like you're backed by angels, loving like you've been forgiven, serving like you know this life is a vapor and eternity is real. That's the kind of life God is calling you into. Not small, not safe, but surrendered and sacred, full of meaning, fueled by grace. You can feel it, can't you? The weight, the stirring, the invisible tension between where you are and where you're supposed to be. That's not anxiety. That's your spirit recognizing that this moment matters. Heaven is pressing in because something is about to shift. But you have to respond. You have to choose to stay in the presence that's trying to rescue you. You've skipped too many moments like this before, but this one is different. This one carries eternal weight. Comment Amen right now if you're ready to say yes to everything God is doing. You've been asking why life keeps breaking down when you're just trying to hold it all together. It's not punishment, it's preparation. God is removing every false foundation, everything that gave you temporary comfort but stole your eternal strength. He's not letting you build your life on sand anymore. He loves you too much for that. And sometimes, love looks like a storm. You see pieces falling apart, but God sees walls coming down. He sees the idols you didn't even know you built, your plans, your control, your reputation, your pride, and one by one, He's tearing them down so that He can build something holy in their place. That shaking in your life, it's not the end, it's the beginning. But you can't keep standing still. You've been living in survival mode, just trying to make it through each day. But God didn't create you to just survive. He created you to overcome, to rise, to walk in authority, to speak to mountains and watch them move. You've forgotten how powerful your voice is when it's surrendered to Him. It's time to remember. It's time to speak life again. It's time to pray like heaven is listening, because it is. You are not powerless. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are anointed for this. Every tear, every unanswered prayer, every silent night, none of it has been wasted. God has been using it to shape you, to prepare you for the battle you're about to win. But you have to rise up. No more sleepwalking through your faith, no more waiting for a better moment. This is your moment. And it's here because God sees something in you worth fighting for. Comment 222 if you believe God has not given up on your calling. You've been through the fire, but you didn't burn. You've walked through valleys, but you didn't die there. You've been misunderstood, betrayed, abandoned, but look at you, still standing, still breathing, still believing, even if it's barely. And that's all God needs. He's not asking for perfection, He's asking for permission. Will you let Him take over this time? Will you stop building on your strength and let Him carry you in His? This next chapter isn't about proving anything, it's about trusting everything. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has now come to light, revealing a brain-hacking ritual that draws in wealth like magic. It only takes 7 seconds, you can do it at home, and it's supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are ditching debt and living in luxury right now. But this information won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. You don't have to be strong enough to make it happen. You just need to be still enough to let Him move. You've been exhausted trying to play every role: protector, provider, healer, rescuer. But none of those were your job to carry alone. Let God be who He promised to be. He's not waiting for your performance. He's waiting for your surrender. Lay it down, the weight you carry in your chest. The pressure to always be okay, the fear of letting others down, the anxiety of what's ahead. Lay it all down at His feet, because when you finally release it, He can finally replace it. And what He gives is always better than what you gave up. He gives peace that doesn't depend on your circumstances. He gives joy that doesn't crack under pressure. He gives strength that rises in the middle of weakness. He gives grace that covers every wound, and He gives purpose to every pain. But He won't force it on you. He waits to be invited. So invite Him in, not just into your Sundays or your quiet moments, but into your confusion, your habits, your relationships, your thoughts. Let Him be Lord, not just a lifeline when things fall apart. Let Him lead you before you get lost again. Because the enemy's plan has always been the same: distract you, delay you, destroy you. He doesn't need to drag you to hell. He just needs you to miss your calling. And he's been working overtime to make that happen, through discouragement, through distractions, through doubt. But today, all of that is being broken. Because when God speaks, darkness trembles. And he is speaking to you now, calling you by name, not to shame you, but to awaken you, to remind you that you're more than what you've been settling for, to tell you that your story didn't end with your mistakes, to show you that what you lost was never greater than what he's about to give. There's still oil in your lamp. There's still a fire in your spirit. There's still a destiny with your name on it, but you have to respond. Don't miss what heaven is releasing because you were too distracted. Don't skip past your breakthrough because it didn't come the way you expected. This is your rescue. This is your invitation. This is your reset. And if you say yes, really say yes, everything starts to change. Your atmosphere, your mindset, your habits, your direction. You start walking with clarity. You start moving with purpose. You stop running in circles and start climbing toward who you were created to be. You don't have to wait for another low point. You don't have to wait for rock bottom. You can choose now. God is ready to lead you out of the patterns that have kept you stuck, the thoughts that have tormented you, the lies that you believed about yourself. He's ready to show you the truth of who you are and who he's always been. You didn't find this message found you, and that matters more than you realize. It means you're still on heaven's radar. It means your name is still on the lips of angels. It means God has not changed his mind about you, not one bit. The enemy hoped you would forget who you are, that you would drown in doubt and walk away quietly. But you didn't. You're still here, and that alone is proof that grace is working even when you don't see it. Comment 333 if you believe grace is still covering you. God says, I tried everything but you kept skipping the moments that could have saved you. This one right here may be the last nudge before something breaks. Don't brush this off like all the others. Don't scroll past it and go back to the noise. Don't act like this is just another video. It isn't. This is a word heaven appointed for you, not your neighbor, not your friend, you. And if you knew how close the battle is to turning, you'd stop doubting and start declaring. Heaven is not asking you to feel strong. Heaven is asking you to trust, to believe that the same God who brought you through the fire will bring you through this too. That the same God who saw your tears last week has already scheduled your breakthrough. That the delay was not denial, it was timing. You thought he was ignoring you, but he was setting the stage. The reason it's been so heavy lately, the reason you've been restless and uneasy, is because you are standing at the edge of a shift. But a divided heart can't enter a promised land. God won't take you forward if you're still holding on to what he told you to leave behind. This is the moment to drop it. Let it fall. That fear, that pride, that plan you made without him. Because what's ahead requires your full obedience, not your half faith, not your comfort zone, not your backup plan. Obedience. And yes, it's costly, it's painful. It stretches everything in you, but what it unlocks will be worth every tear, every closed door, every quiet night where you thought he had forgotten. He didn't forget. He was just waiting for your surrender. You've been waiting on God to move, but he's been waiting on you to say yes. That's why the warnings feel louder. That's why you keep stumbling on reminders that you're out of alignment. Because he's pulling you back, not to punish, to protect. You're about to step into something holy, something weighty, and if your heart isn't ready, it will crush you instead of grow you. So he's stripping away the things that can't come with you, You prayed for favor, but favor comes with fire. You prayed for promotion, but promotion starts with pruning. You asked for clarity, and now he's exposing everything that's been clouding your vision. And yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it hurts, but don't resist it. The pain is not proof of his absence. It's proof of his preparation. He's getting you ready. You thought he was taking from you, but really he's freeing you from false identities, from fake peace, from voices that never came from him. Because when he brings you into your next season, you won't have time to be confused. You won't have the luxury of going back. You'll need to know his voice. You'll need to walk with unshakable confidence, knowing who you are and who he is. Why are so many claiming this CIA ritual changed their life in just 7 seconds? This leaked CIA ritual is the real deal, and it's potent. A 7-second brainwave hack, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people leap from broke to abundant. Dream homes, cars, trips, it's all within reach, but this video could disappear anytime from the internet. So click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it's gone forever. So take this moment seriously. This is not about religion. This is not about playing church. This is about survival, about calling, about eternal purpose. You don't have time to wander anymore. You don't have time to keep circling old habits. You don't have time to keep chasing empty approval from people who don't even know your heart. God is calling, loud and clear. Come back, back to purpose, back to peace, back to the truth. Comment 555 if you're done running and ready to return. Because this next part of your story can't be built on yesterday's pain. It needs new trust, fresh obedience, real surrender. And here's the truth. You're not too far gone. You're not too broken. You're not too late. You're exactly where he needs you to be for this exact message at this exact moment. If that doesn't shake you, nothing will. This is more than words. This is God placing his hand on your shoulder and saying, I'm still here. Even though you've fallen, even though you've doubted, even though you've felt unworthy, he's still here, still calling, still choosing you. And he's not doing it because you've earned it. He's doing it because he loves you, deeply, wildly, eternally. So what are you going to do with this moment? Are you going to scroll past it like it's nothing? Or are you going to fall to your knees and say, God, I'm done skipping what you've been trying to say. I'm listening now. I'm ready. Because if you do, everything changes. Your heart begins to heal. Your purpose starts to awaken. The fog lifts, the heaviness breaks, and your spirit finally breathes again. This is what rescue feels like. This is what real love looks like. Not earned, not forced, just offered one more time. Comment 1111 if you believe he's been waiting for you all along. You've carried guilt for too long. Guilt over what you did. Guilt over what you didn't do. Guilt over what fell apart while you were trying your best. And the enemy has used it to chain you in place. But God never asked you to wear guilt. He asked you to wear grace. And right now, he's saying, take off the shame. It never looked good on you. What's been heavy on your shoulders is being lifted. All you need to do is let go of the lies you believed about yourself. You are not a failure. You are not a lost cause. You are not hard to love. You are not forgotten. You are still chosen. And chosen people don't need perfect records. They need surrendered hearts. That's what God is after. Not your flawless behavior, but your real trust, your willingness to stop faking peace and actually surrender your pain. And that takes courage. But something in your spirit already knows. It's time. It's time to stop hiding behind strength that's running out. It's time to stop pretending you're okay when you're not. It's time to get honest, not just with others, but with God. He's not shocked by your weakness. He's not intimidated by your questions. He's the only one who can handle the whole truth of who you are and still call you his. That's love. Not the kind that leaves when it gets hard, not the kind that depends on your performance, but the kind that stayed when everyone else walked away, the kind that covered you when your faith was barely holding on, the kind that still sees purpose where you only see failure. And that love is here, right now, in this moment, wrapping around you, speaking straight to your heart, pulling you back not to condemn, but to restore. Don't fight it this time. Don't scroll away because your hands are shaking and your chest feels tight. That's not fear, that's conviction. That's your soul recognizing this is holy, that something eternal is happening. And if you walk away now, you'll miss the shift. You'll miss the peace you've been crying for. You'll miss the healing your heart has needed for so long. Comment 777 if you're ready to receive what only God can give. You've given enough time to what drained you. You've poured enough of yourself into things that gave nothing back. Now God is calling you to rest in Him, and not just momentarily, fully, completely, to lay down the striving and step into grace, to stop surviving and start living. Because real life doesn't begin when everything is perfect. Real life begins when you finally surrender. And surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means handing it over. The stress, the pain, the questions, the pressure to hold it all together. God is saying, give it to me, I'll carry it. You were never meant to fix yourself. You were meant to follow Him while He heals you. And He will. He's already begun. Right now, as you breathe in, His Spirit is near. Right now, as your eyes read these words, heaven is surrounding you. Right now, you're being fought for. Not by people, but by angels. You're not alone, no matter how quiet it's felt. God's presence doesn't always shout. Sometimes it sits beside you in your darkest hour and holds you until you remember how to hope again. That's what He's doing now. You thought it was over. You thought you were too broken. But God is writing resurrection over what you thought was dead. And not just in your life, but in your identity. He's reminding you that even in the valley, you're still His child, still called, still covered, still destined for more than pain. And yes, it hurts. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But healing always feels like that at first. You can't keep covering wounds and pretending they've healed. Let God into the raw places, the quiet pain, the stories you don't talk about. He already knows, but He's waiting for your permission to begin restoring what's been hidden. What's really behind the 7-second brain technique that's making headlines and new millionaires? A stunning CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that's helping normal people wipe out debt and attract serious wealth. With proof from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into dream living. Homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening. But the government could take this down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Because restoration doesn't start with fixing your outside. It starts with peace in your soul. Peace that doesn't rely on circumstances. Peace that doesn't break when people disappoint you. Peace that holds firm when the world shakes. That's what He wants to give you now, but He won't force it. He won't push past your walls. You have to open the door. And that's hard, especially when you've been hurt. But let this moment be the first crack. Let this be the beginning of healing you didn't think was possible. You don't need to have all the words. You just need to be real. Say, God, I'm tired of running. I'm tired of pretending. I need you. I don't want to do this on my own anymore. Say it with your own voice. Say it with your own tears, and mean it. That's where the shift begins. Not with perfection, but with surrender. Not with answers, but with trust. Not with clarity, but with obedience. And from there, God will take over. He'll guide, He'll protect, He'll provide, He'll heal, because that's what a good Father does. And He is good, even when life is not. He is faithful, even when others fail. He is present, even when you feel alone. Comment, Amen, if you're thankful that He never gave up on you. You've been through storms that no one else knew how to walk you through. And you wore the pain like armor, thinking if you stayed guarded enough, maybe the hurt would stop. But instead, it hardened your heart. You started surviving instead of living. You smiled for the world and cried alone in the dark. And in all of it, you wondered where God was, why He didn't show up the way you needed. But what you didn't see was how He was protecting you even in the silence. What you didn't hear was how He wept with you when your tears hit the floor. What you didn't realize was that you were being carried the entire time. He's not the reason the pain came. He's the reason you made it through, and now He wants to rebuild what life tried to tear down. But He's not rebuilding on your fear. He's rebuilding on His promise. He's not building around your pain. He's building through it. Every scar, every setback, every moment you thought would break you, God is using all of it. Because He doesn't waste anything, not one tear, not one detour, not one sleepless night. He's been weaving redemption into every broken piece. But you have to stop skipping His voice. You have to stop ignoring that still, small whisper that's been calling you to come home. You've filled your life with noise to distract from what your soul has been crying out for. But here, in this quiet moment, there's no hiding. And you don't need to hide. God never asked you to be perfect. He asked you to be present, to come as you are. Broken, come. Exhausted, come. Ashamed, come. He already knows, and He's not turning away. He's saying, I've been waiting for you to stop pretending, waiting for you to stop performing, waiting for you to finally rest in the truth that you are loved completely, wildly, without condition. Comment 1010 if you're ready to rest in His love. You don't need to earn what's already been freely given. Jesus paid for your redemption with blood, not effort. He didn't wait for you to clean yourself up. He came down into the mess, into the dirt, into the heartbreak, and said, I choose you. And He still does, even on the days you fail, even on the days you can't pray, even when you doubt, even when you run. He chooses you again and again and again. But now, He's asking you to choose Him back, not out of fear, not out of guilt, but out of love, out of a deep realization that nothing else can save you, nothing else will satisfy, nothing else brings peace that lasts. You've tried everything else, you've looked in every direction, and all it did was leave you emptier, because you were never meant to be full without Him. He is the answer. He always has been. And right now, He's reaching for you not to judge, but to rescue. Not to punish, but to pull you out of the dark places you've been quietly sinking in. He's saying, I know what's coming. I see what you don't. And I won't let you walk into it blind. But you have to listen. You have to stop ignoring the warning signs. This is your wake-up call. This is God stepping in before you make the choice that leads to destruction, before you fall into the same cycle, before you say yes to what looks good but is rooted in compromise, before you go back to what God already told you to walk away from. He's placing this message in front of you like a flashing light on a road you've been speeding down. And He's saying, Slow down, turn around, come back to me. Not because he's mad, but because he sees where the road ends. And if you keep going the way you're going, there's more pain ahead. There's more heartbreak, more confusion, and God is doing everything he can to stop you before it happens. This is his mercy showing up in time. This is love raising its voice. You've said before, God, just give me a sign. This is it. This is your sign. Don't miss it. Don't silence it. Don't brush it off. Because what's ahead for you, if you say yes to him, is more than just survival. It's joy, it's peace, it's purpose, it's freedom from the chains that have followed you for years. You'll look back at this moment one day and say, that's when everything started to change. God says, Jesus and I have chosen to invite you to witness a great miracle. Just promise you won't tell anyone. God says, my child, this invitation was made for you. Please don't dishonor it by skipping this message. If you skip it, you will never hear from me again. Listen to me, child. Don't look away now. Don't scroll past this. This is a holy appointment that heaven has scheduled just for you. If you walk away now, you are not just skipping a message, you are stepping away from the very breakthrough your soul has been crying for. There are angels standing at attention. There is a door about to open, and it has your name written on it. But I, the Lord your God, am telling you clearly, if you walk away, you will not hear me call like this again. Comment Amen if you receive this. You have no idea how rare this moment is. Jesus and I have chosen you. We did not choose randomly. This was not sent by chance. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine encounter. You've been wondering why everything has felt heavy, why you've been overwhelmed, why things keep falling apart right when you're close to a breakthrough. Now hear me, this was the moment we've been preparing you for. I don't speak like this often. I don't repeat myself like this. But for you, I'm speaking now because I don't want you to miss it. This invitation is sacred. It's not flashy. It won't be announced by thunder. But if you recognize my voice, if you feel that burning in your chest, if your spirit is trembling right now, it means you are hearing me clearly. You were chosen to witness what others will never see. Jesus and I are preparing to reveal a miracle so specific, so personal, it could only be for you. Like this video now, not for me, but as your step of obedience. It tells heaven you're still listening. You're still willing. You're still here. My child, I watched you cry when no one noticed. I heard your silent prayers. I felt your loneliness in rooms full of people. I saw how you kept serving, even while bleeding inside. I've been near to you while you asked if I had forgotten you. I never left. I've been waiting for this very moment to tell you your tears watered the seed of this miracle. Your pain has not been wasted. This invitation is the first fruit of the harvest you've been waiting for. I know how tired you are. I know you've been strong for everyone else. I know you've kept smiling through storms and loss and betrayal. I've seen what people did to you behind your back. I saw what they whispered about you, but I also saw what you whispered to me at night. I saw you hold on when it felt like everything was falling apart. And now I say to you, because you did not curse me in the storm, I will bless you in the open. Because you stayed, I will pour out my reward. You are not common. You are not forgotten. This is not the end of your story. You've been chosen to see my hand in a way others never will. You're not being punished. You're being set apart. That loneliness, it was me pulling you closer. That rejection, it was my protection. That delay, it was my perfect timing. And now I'm bringing you to the edge of something sacred. You were born for such a time as this. But you must stay with me now. You must not walk away from this word. This miracle, what I'm about to release, is not small. It will shake your family tree. It will silence your doubters. It will realign your destiny. What took others decades will take you weeks. What was closed will swing wide open. What was broken will be made whole. But I need your heart fully surrendered. I need you to trust me, even when you don't understand the steps I'm asking you to take. Comment 1111 if you believe this is your season to receive. The enemy fought you so hard because he knew you were on the brink of this. He sent distraction, doubt, even despair to make you walk away right before it arrived. But you didn't stop. You didn't quit. And that is why I'm inviting you now to witness the miracle. Don't look around to see who else heard this. Don't wonder who else got the invitation. This is personal. I didn't call your whole circle. I called you. This is your burning bush. This is your upper room. This is your Red Sea moment. You may feel surrounded, but I have already sent the wind. I am about to part the impossible. I am about to show you what I meant when I said, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man what I have prepared for you. This is the hour I am unveiling what I've been working on in silence. You thought I was quiet. I was actually constructing. You thought I was distant. I was actually defending you. You thought you were forgotten. But I was writing a chapter so beautiful, I had to keep it hidden until now. If you walk away, you'll never see what's next. This moment is sacred. You are standing on holy ground. My child, do not fear the battle anymore. You are not alone in this fight. I am not sending help. I am the help. I go before you. I surround you. I am your shield and your glory. When the enemy comes in like a flood, I raise the standard. When the fire gets hotter, I step in the flames. Like I did for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, I will walk you out without a single burn. People will look at you and say, surely the Lord has been with them. You don't need to figure it all out. Just follow me. I am not asking for perfection. I'm asking for surrender. I didn't choose you because you had it all together. I chose you because even in your mess, you kept looking for me. Even in your brokenness, you still believed. That's what moved my heart. That's why you're here now. Why are so many claiming this CIA ritual changed their life in just 7 seconds? This leaked CIA ritual is the real deal. And it's potent. A 7-second brainwave hack, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people leap from broke to abundant. Dream homes, cars, trips, it's all within reach. But this video could disappear anytime from the internet. So click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it's gone forever. I am healing what you thought was permanent. I am restoring what you thought was lost. I am breathing life into what was buried. Get ready, child. This is not just about a financial miracle or a relationship breakthrough. This is about a full circle moment. This is about me proving to you that I was never blind to your struggle, that I was never silent about your pain. I was storing up blessings with your name written on them, waiting for the right time. And now, the time is here. Stay with me. Don't dishonor this invitation by walking away. It is holy. It is rare. It is sealed in my love for you. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your heart open. What's coming will feel like a dream, but it will be your new reality. Not because you earned it, but because I love you that much. Because my grace is that deep. Because my mercy is that wide, and because Jesus and I made this decision together to choose you. Let me say this again so it reaches deep into your soul, Jesus, and I chose you. That's not a light statement. That's not a casual whisper. That is heaven's declaration over your life. You have been hand-picked for something sacred. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You have not been left behind. You are called, you are loved, and you are being led directly into your miracle. The things you've been walking through, those weren't signs that I abandoned you. They were the very places where I was closest. The struggle didn't disqualify you. It prepared you. The delay didn't deny you. It refined you. That ache in your chest, I know it. That silent heaviness that you haven't told anyone about, I've carried it with you. And now it's time for that weight to lift. It's time for your dry season to end. Comment 222 if you trust that this is your time. My child, the miracle you're about to witness, it's not just about changing your situation. It's about changing your heart. I'm not just blessing your hands, I'm healing your soul. What I'm doing in you is deep, holy, and eternal. This is not a surface-level shift. This is a total transformation. This is me rewriting your story, restoring what was lost, and redeeming everything the enemy tried to destroy. You've been fighting battles that no one sees. You've been smiling through storms and breaking in silence. You've carried burdens that were never meant for you, but you did it anyway, out of love, out of loyalty, out of survival. Now hear me. Lay it all down. I didn't create you to carry everything. I created you to walk with me. And in my presence, burdens break, chains fall, and peace becomes your portion. I know how you've questioned if it's ever going to happen for you. I know the enemy has whispered lies, saying your prayers aren't working, your faith isn't strong enough, your time has passed. But I want you to listen closely. Those voices were never from me. I have never stopped working in your favor. I have never withheld my love, and I am not finished with you, not even close. This miracle is going to be personal. You will know it was me. It will carry my fingerprints. It will arrive in such a way that you'll fall to your knees and say, "Only God could have done this," because I want you to see my power. Not just read about it. I want you to know, my love, not just hear others talk about it. I want to show you that what I did in Scripture, I still do now for you. Remember Lazarus? He was 4 days in the grave. Everyone thought it was over. But I walked into that tomb and called life back into what was dead. I am doing the same for you, for that dream you buried, for that part of your heart that stopped believing. I am the resurrection and the life. If I say it's not over, it's not over. Comment 333 to declare your faith in what I'm reviving in your life. You've been holding on with just a thread of hope. But child, a thread of hope in me is more powerful than 1,000 lifelines elsewhere. I don't need perfect faith to move. I just need surrendered hearts. And yours, even if bruised, has stayed turned toward me. I see that, I honor that, and I'm rewarding that. There are angels assigned to you. There are prayers you've prayed that have reached my throne. Not one of them was ignored. Even the ones you whispered through tears, even the ones you couldn't put into words. I knew your heart, and I stored those prayers like treasures in heaven. The time has come to open what was stored. What's coming will be undeniable. The shift will be so divine, so sudden, that you won't even have time to explain it to others before they see it for themselves. Relationships will be restored. Health will improve. Peace will return. Finances will turn around. But more than anything, your heart will find rest. That's the true miracle peace in your soul. The kind that doesn't depend on circumstances but flows straight from my spirit. My child, the invitation still stands. Stay with me. Keep listening. Don't drift. Don't let the noise pull you away. I'm still speaking. I'm still pouring out. And if you let me finish this work, you'll walk into a season where my favor surrounds you like a shield, where blessings chase you down, where your enemies become your footstool, not because of who you are, but because of who I am in you. This is not just a turning point. This is a defining moment. The kind that will split your life into a before and after. And you'll look back and say, that was the day everything changed. That was the moment God spoke, and I listened. So don't walk away. Not now, you're too close. What's really behind the 7-second brain technique that's making headlines and new millionaires? A stunning CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that's helping normal people wipe out debt and attract serious wealth. With proof from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into dream living. Homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening. But the government could take this down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've been asking, why does it feel like everyone else is being blessed and I'm still waiting? You've looked around and questioned if maybe I skipped over you. No, I didn't. I never skipped you. What I'm preparing for you is not like what others have received. What I have for you is tailored, holy, and heavy with glory. Some blessings are quick and light, but what I'm giving you has weight. It has generational purpose. That's why the wait felt longer. It's because the blessing will reach further than you imagined. When I formed you, I breathed something eternal into you. I didn't just place you in time, I placed you in purpose. Your steps have not been random. Even the detours you hated served a holy reason. You didn't lose time. You learned strength. You didn't miss your chance. You matured into it. The doors that shut on you weren't rejections. They were my redirection. You asked me to open the right ones, and I did, even if it meant closing the ones you wanted. Comment 555 if you believe what I close is always to protect what I'm about to open. I've seen you tired. I've seen you say, God, I can't do this anymore, and then you got up the next day anyway. That kind of strength doesn't go unnoticed. That kind of quiet endurance is what I build miracles on. You don't need to shout your faith to prove it. I've heard your whispers. I've seen you believe with trembling hands. That's enough. Because your faith was never about being loud, it was about staying. And you stayed. The miracle is not just on the way. It's already begun. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but something has shifted. The atmosphere around you is changing. The weight you feel, that's my glory moving. The uneasiness, that's your spirit sensing the ground shaking. I am not still. I am active. I am working behind the scenes. You will soon see the fruit of what I've been planting in the dark. You thought this was a delay, but it was construction. Heaven has been arranging things you didn't even know you'd need. I've been preparing people you haven't met, opening rooms you haven't seen, and softening hearts that once resisted you. When it all comes together, it will happen quickly, suddenly, and people will say, how did it all change so fast? But you'll know it was me. There's been a battle over your peace, because peace is the foundation for hearing me clearly. The enemy thought that if he could torment your mind, he could drown out my voice. But he failed. You still hear me. You're hearing me now. And I'm declaring this. Peace is returning to you. Not the peace that depends on everything going right, but the peace that stands firm even when storms rise. You will not live the rest of your life waiting. You will not live the rest of your life wounded. I am healing you. I am restoring your joy. I am making beauty from the ashes you never thought would stop falling. This isn't motivation. This is resurrection. This is me breathing life back into the places you buried. You've mourned long enough. Joy is coming. Not shallow happiness, but real joy. The kind that roots itself deep, and refuses to be shaken. I know you've had people walk away. I know it hurt in ways you didn't admit, but I want you to know this. Their leaving wasn't the end. It was a clearing. I needed room around you. I needed space for the new I'm bringing. Some people couldn't carry what's coming. Some voices would have drowned out my instructions. So I removed them not to punish you, but to protect the future I've planned for you. I want you to prepare your heart. What you're about to see will make sense of all the nights you questioned me. What you're about to step into will silence the voice that told you it was too late. I am not bound by time. I restore it. I redeem it, and I bring fruit from seasons that seemed empty. I bring purpose from pain. I bring healing from heartbreak. And I bring life where there was nothing but dust. Comment 1212 if you believe God is rebuilding what was torn down. Every day you thought was wasted will turn into testimony. Every no you cried over will turn into a divine yes. I've seen it all. I've collected every tear. I've remembered every promise I made to you. Not one has been forgotten. I am a God who finishes what I start, and I have not changed my mind about you. Let me remind you who I am. I am the same God who parted the Red Sea, the same one who shut the lion's mouth, the one who raised Lazarus, who fed thousands with scraps, who walked on water and calmed the storm with a single word. I have not retired. I have not grown silent. And I am not distant from you. I am here in this moment with you. The reason this feels heavy is because you're giving birth to something new. Spiritually, you're in labor. The pressure, the stretching, the pain, it's because something holy is being born through you. Don't give up in the middle. The enemy wants you to abort the mission, to quit before it's here. But I say, breathe, stay close, hold on. The joy that's coming will outweigh the pain it took to get here. You're not losing your mind. You're gaining clarity. You're not being punished. You're being purified. You're not being left behind. You're being led ahead. You're not invisible. You're being hidden until the time is right. And that time, my child, is coming fast. Heaven is not quiet about you. Heaven is watching over you. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. I am surrounding you with my angels. I am fighting battles you don't see. I am softening hearts that were once hard against you. I am preparing the next steps with wisdom and favor. You will not miss your moment. You will not fall short. As long as you walk with me, you are already walking in victory. Don't look at what you lost. Look at what I'm bringing. Don't mourn what I removed. Rejoice in what I'm replacing it with. Trust that if it had been good for you, I would have let it stay. But I am the God who only gives good gifts, and what's next will be worth every second of the wait. You've whispered prayers into pillows, hoping I was listening. You've looked up at the ceiling in the middle of the night, wondering if your voice ever reached heaven. Let me tell you something. I heard every word. I caught every tear. I didn't just hear your cries, I felt them. When you broke down, my heart leaned in. When you thought no one noticed, I was the one who stood closest. You were never invisible to me. You were never just surviving. You were being refined. You may feel like your life has been scattered, like parts of your soul have been left behind in different seasons, in broken moments, in places that still ache. But what you call scattered, I call sown. Every broken piece, every hard chapter, every long night, it has planted something. And I'm bringing a harvest out of it. You don't see it yet, but it's growing, quietly, powerfully. And soon, it will bloom in full view of the very people who thought you wouldn't make it. Comment 777 if you believe what God planted in the dark is about to bloom in the light. I am not just the God of sudden miracles, I am also the God of long journeys. I walk with you when you're tired. I sit with you when you're too broken to move. I don't rush your healing, but I also never waste your pain. And I want you to hear this clearly. Just because it's taken time doesn't mean it won't happen. Some things are worth the wait because they're built to last. What I'm preparing in your life won't collapse under pressure. It's not fragile, it's fortified. You've survived storms that would have drowned others. You've been through trials that should have shattered your spirit, but you're still standing, and that's not by accident. It's because I held you. It's because I shielded you from things you didn't even know were sent to destroy you. If you only saw what I blocked, what I rerouted, what I battled behind the scenes, you would fall on your knees in awe, not just because of what I gave you, but because of what I didn't allow to touch you. There is a weight on your life, not a burden, but a spiritual depth. You're not ordinary. You've never been. That's why the attacks came early. That's why the enemy tried to silence you before your voice even fully formed. Because he could see the call on your life. He could sense the anointing, the favor, the influence I placed on you. And he wanted to crush it before it grew, but he failed. You're still here, and what's coming next will make every attack look small compared to the size of your testimony. You think you're waiting for the miracle, but child, the miracle has been waiting for you to realize you're ready. This next season won't be about striving. It'll be about receiving. Not because you're perfect, but because you're positioned. You've surrendered enough to hear me clearly. You've humbled yourself enough to follow me completely. And now, all of heaven is aligning things in your favor. I want you to take a deep breath and let go of the pressure. You're not responsible for making this happen. I am. Your only job is to trust me and walk in obedience, even when the path makes no sense. Remember when I asked Abraham to leave his home without telling him the full destination? It was faith, not understanding, that led him to the promise. And for you, the same is true. I'm not calling you to understand everything. I'm calling you to follow me through everything. You're entering a season where my presence will be undeniable. You'll see me in the small things. You'll hear me in the quiet. You'll feel me in the places you once felt abandoned. And it will change how you walk. No more fear guiding your steps. No more shame holding you back. No more guilt chaining your heart. I've forgiven you, I've redeemed you, and I'm lifting you. Comment 999 if you trust that God's presence will carry you into this next season. There are doors that were closed before because you weren't ready, but now you are. I see how you've grown. I see how your heart has softened. I see how you no longer seek approval from places that once wounded you. That's growth, that's maturity, that's transformation. And because of that, new doors are opening. Doors with no strings attached, opportunities that won't drain you, but develop you. Relationships that won't break you, but bless you. I'm doing something complete. I'm not just fixing one area of your life. I'm moving through it all: your mind, your heart, your body, your future. Expect restoration in every space. Expect clarity where confusion lived. Expect peace where chaos reigned. I'm not a halfway God. When I heal fully. When I move thoroughly. And when I bless I bless abundantly. And yes, there will be people who won't understand it. Some will question how you went from overlooked to overflowing. Let them wonder. Your blessing will speak louder than any explanation. And don't feel guilty for receiving what you prayed for. You didn't skip the process. You endured it. This is your harvest. This is what obedience births. Why is the government working so hard to bury this 7-second brain ritual? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual, now allowing regular people to clear debt and invite unstoppable wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is transforming financial struggles into dream lifestyles. New homes, vehicles, vacations, it's all becoming possible. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are going to walk in rooms that your pain prepared you for. You'll carry wisdom that only the fire could teach. You'll pour into others from the overflow I'm about to give you, and your life, once marked by survival, will now be known by supernatural joy. This isn't hype. This is holy. This is what I do. Child, stay close. Keep listening. Don't let anything distract you now. The enemy will try. He'll send noise, conflict, confusion. But don't take the bait. Stay still. Stay focused. You don't need to fight for this. I am fighting for you. I am going ahead of you. I'm clearing the path and lighting the way. Just take my hand. Don't let go. No matter how long it's been or how far you've wandered, I'm still right here. I never left, and I never will. I'm the same yesterday, today, and forever. I am your God, and you are my child. You are safe here, you are seen here, you are chosen here. You don't see it yet, but what I've been doing is preparing you for the kind of miracle that cannot be stolen, delayed, or denied. There are blessings that are built in the quiet when no one's watching. There is favor that's poured out only after deep surrender. And that's where you've been. You surrendered even when you didn't understand. You stayed even when you felt like giving up. You trusted me when everything in your life said you shouldn't. That faith, imperfect but real, is what has drawn my hand to move for you. Now, listen closely. What you're about to step into has nothing to do with chance and everything to do with covenant. This is not a random breakthrough. This is the fulfillment of promises I made long ago. Promises I whispered to your heart when you were young. Promises I placed in your spirit during the hardest nights. I never forgot them, even when you did. I was always working to bring them to pass, even while you were wondering if I still cared. You cried out, "God, do you even see me anymore?" Yes, child, I did. I saw you fighting thoughts that no one else knew about. I saw you questioning your worth because of how people treated you. But let me be clear, your value was never based on their opinion. It was always based on my love, and my love doesn't change. I called you worthy before the world ever got a chance to name you anything else. Comment 1010 if you believe you are who God says you are. You've gone through a season of stretching, and I know it hurt. The silence was loud, the waiting was long, but stretching always comes before outpouring. I was expanding your capacity to carry what I'm about to release. You were not being punished, you were being prepared. And now, the time is near, the shift is real, the rain is coming. You won't have to force the next season. It's not going to come through striving, it's going to come through resting in me. The doors will open without you pushing. The opportunities will find you, because I'm placing your name in places your feet haven't touched yet. You don't have to network for favor. You just have to be faithful with what I've already given you. My favor will take care of the rest. This is what I've longed to do, to walk you into rooms where healing flows, where freedom is normal, where peace is permanent. You're about to step into what you prayed for, but it will feel different than you expected, because I'm not answering the prayer the way you imagined. I'm answering it better. I'm doing above and beyond what you asked, because that's the kind of father I am. I never give less than my best. The people who misunderstood you, who overlooked you, who spoke against you, I'm not bringing you justice through revenge. I'm bringing it through redemption. They'll watch what I do in your life and see that I never left your side. You won't need to explain or defend anything. Your blessing will speak louder than any lie ever told about you. Your glow will be the proof of my goodness. And child, I haven't just been working on your surroundings. I've been working inside you, healing wounds you forgot you carried, removing shame that tried to stay hidden, replacing fear with courage. I'm not just changing what happens to you, I'm changing how you see yourself through me. No more living under the label of not enough. You are more than enough because I live in you. You are anointed, not because of your past, but because of my presence. You are chosen, not because you have it all together, but because you kept showing up when everything in you said to quit. That quiet strength, that unwavering spirit, that's what I've built upon. That's what I'm blessing. And now the foundation is ready for the floodgates. Comment 1515 if you're ready to receive all that God has stored for you. I know you've waited a long time. I know you've seen others receive what you were still hoping for. I know it felt unfair, but your story is not late. Your time has not passed. I'm not just giving you a blessing, I'm giving you a testimony that will restore others. You will speak life into dry places because you know what it feels like to be dry. You will offer peace to broken hearts because you remember your own being shattered. That's why I trust you with this miracle. Because you won't keep it to yourself. You'll use it to glorify me. You'll tell others what I did. You'll shine light on dark places. And that's why this blessing isn't just for you, it's for every life that will be changed through your story. You thought you were waiting on me, but child, I was waiting on you to be ready, to be whole, to be brave enough to believe again. Do you know why? Everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual. A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Don't let doubt speak louder than my promise. Don't let the past convince you that you can't be made new. Don't let the delay fool you into thinking I changed my mind. I haven't. My yes over your life still stands. My favor still rests on you. My angels are still surrounding you, and my power is still moving for you even now. You don't have to beg me. I'm already willing. I'm already near. I'm already moving. All I'm asking is that you stay close, stay open, and keep believing. Because when it happens, and it will, everything will make sense. The nights you cried, the times you felt forgotten, the moments you almost gave up, you'll look back and say, now I understand. God was always preparing me for this. So hold on, child. Keep pressing in. Keep trusting even when you can't trace me. Because I'm closer than ever, and what I promised is about to show up in full. Not halfway, not broken, not delayed, but perfectly on time and completely whole. Your life is not behind schedule. You're not too late, not too broken, not too far gone. You're right where I want you, aware of your need for me. Surrendered. Humble. Hungry. That's when miracles begin. Not when you feel strong, but when you know who your strength comes from. Not when you have all the answers, but when you realize, I am the answer. You've been trying to carry everything on your own, but I've been waiting for you to finally drop it all at my feet. You don't have to fix this. I already have a plan. You don't need to understand the plan to trust it. You don't need to see the whole picture to know that I'm painting something beautiful. I never asked you to figure everything out. I asked you to walk with me, one step at a time, one breath of faith at a time. And child, you've done that. Even limping, even bruised, even exhausted. And I've never been more proud of you than I am right now. This next season won't look like what you've known. The struggle will not be your normal anymore. The dryness, the heaviness, the waiting, it's been part of your journey, but it's not your future. I am flipping the page. I am writing new words over your life, and they will speak of redemption, of laughter, of open doors, of fresh oil and renewed joy. The chapter of survival is closing, and the chapter of overflow is opening. You don't have to force it, just receive it. Comment 1717 if you believe this is your new beginning. You've heard others testify of miracles, and sometimes it stirred your faith, other times it made you feel forgotten. But child, I haven't skipped over you. I've been saving something uniquely beautiful for you, something so personal, so specific, it could only be yours. I wasn't holding out to punish you, I was preserving something sacred, something that won't be shaken by people's opinions or stolen by the enemy's tricks. This is your appointed time. That phrase keeps echoing because heaven keeps declaring it. Appointed, meaning it was marked in time before you were even born, meant to happen, written in my plan. Not a backup, not a second option. This was always part of the path. And you're walking right into it now. Even if it still feels dark, trust that dawn is seconds away. Even if the winds are loud, trust that the storm is about to settle. You haven't missed it. I am still the God who makes crooked paths straight. I can redeem what you thought was ruined. I can return what you thought was lost. And I will do it not because you earned it, but because you are mine. My name is on you. My spirit lives in you. My hand is guiding you, and nothing can stop what I have planned. People may try, the enemy may attempt, but no force on earth or hell is stronger than my will. What I bless, no one can curse. What I open, no one can close. You've been approved by me, and that's all that matters. The opinions, the rejection, the betrayal, it may have hurt you, but it didn't stop me. I'm still moving. I'm still building. I'm still calling you forward. You won't need to chase opportunities. You won't need to beg for love, for peace, for stability. What I'm sending will come looking for you, because this time the blessing is assigned to your name. It's not random, it's not borrowed, it's yours, and it's on its way, quicker than you think. The winds are shifting, the atmosphere is changing, and deep down your spirit knows it. That stirring, that sense that something is coming, you're not imagining it. It's me. Comment Amen if you're ready to walk into what God is sending your way. I know how it feels to watch others rise while you wait. I know how it feels to wonder if maybe you did something wrong, said something wrong, missed your window. But let me tell you clearly, you haven't missed anything. Your story hasn't even fully started yet. Everything until now has been preparation. The pain trained your heart, the silence trained your ears, the pressure trained your character, and now you're ready for what's next. I don't waste preparation. I don't lead people into fire just to watch them burn. I walk with them in it. I use it to refine them. And when they come out, they shine. That's what I'm doing with you. You are about to shine with my glory in ways you never thought possible, not for attention, not for ego, but because when I raise you, I reveal myself through you. Your life will point others to me. The way I bless you will leave no doubt about who did it, and you'll walk with such peace, such clarity, such favor, that people will want to know the God you walk with. And you will tell them, not with fancy words or rehearsed speeches, but with the evidence of my hand on your life. You'll say, I didn't do this, God did. I just stayed when I wanted to quit. What if a quick 7-second brain ritual could truly wipe out your debt and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? A shocking CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second ritual now helping ordinary people clear debt and attract unlimited wealth. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is turning financial problems into dream lifestyles. New homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening for real people. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. And child, I honor the ones who stay, I reward the ones who wait. I lift the ones who bow low. You humbled yourself, and now I'm lifting you. Not in pride, but in purpose. Not in ego, but in destiny. You're about to step into alignment, into peace, into overflow. You'll feel lighter, not because everything changes instantly, but because you'll know I'm carrying what you can't. So breathe, rest, trust. I've got this. I've got you. I've always had you. And what's next is not a maybe, it's a yes. It's sealed, it's blessed, it's near. Stay close, don't turn back. Don't get distracted. Keep your eyes on me. I will never fail you. I will never abandon you. I will never stop being good. There's something you need to know. This is not just a blessing you're walking into. This is a legacy. I'm not just changing your current situation. I'm rewriting your story, healing the pain of generations, and building something that your children and your children's children will benefit from. You didn't even know it, but your obedience has been unlocking doors for people you haven't even met. That's the power of walking with me. What you do in faith today creates breakthroughs in your family's future. You've come through a long season of being hidden. You looked around and wondered why you weren't being seen, why your gifts weren't being used, why your voice didn't seem to matter. But I hid you for a reason. I was building you in silence. I was strengthening your spirit in places applause could never reach. The quiet didn't mean I was absent, it meant I was covering you, developing you, preparing you for the weight of the calling I placed on you. Some callings require isolation, and that's why you felt alone. But now, my child, I'm calling you forward. You won't need to promote yourself. I will lift you. You won't need to beg for opportunities. I will open the doors. I've already gone ahead of you. I've already whispered your name into rooms you haven't entered. The time for hiding is coming to an end. You are stepping into visibility, not for fame, but for purpose, not for attention, but for impact, because what I placed inside of you isn't for keeping, it's for releasing. Comment Amen if you're ready to release what God placed inside you. The battles you faced weren't just for you. They were to teach you how to war in the Spirit, how to intercede, how to trust me even when everything felt like it was falling apart. That strength you carry, it came from fire. That discernment you have, it was forged in the silence. You don't just carry survival, you carry wisdom now. You carry peace that can't be shaken. And I'm going to use that in ways you never expected. There are people waiting for what I've put inside you. They don't even know it yet, but their breakthrough is connected to your obedience. That's why the enemy tried so hard to stop you. That's why the attacks were personal. That's why the warfare was intense. Because if you ever stepped fully into your calling, chains would break. And now, because you didn't give up, you're about to see the reason behind every fight. I've watched you endure when no one applauded. I saw you worship when it hurt. I saw you forgive when it felt impossible. And I need you to know none of that went unnoticed. Not one act of faith, not one step of obedience, not one tear was wasted. I stored it all. And I'm repaying it now, not just with restoration, but with overflow. This is not going to be a return to where you were. This is going to be a rise into where you were always meant to be. You are about to walk in rooms that once rejected you. You'll stand in places that once felt too far to reach. And when you do, you won't have to fight for your place. My presence will go before you. My glory will surround you, and my favor will speak louder than your resume, louder than your past, louder than anything your enemies ever said. What I've ordained, no man can undo. Comment 222. If you believe God's favor is making a way for you, I am your provider. Not the job, not the person, not the system. Me. I can use anything and anyone to bless you, but never mistake the resource for the source. I am the one who commands the doors to open. I am the one who multiplies the little and makes it more than enough. I am the one who turns a dry place into a well of life. And you, my child, are about to see me provide in ways that don't make sense to the world. You've been faithful with little, and now I am trusting you with more. But don't be afraid of the more. Don't shrink back now. You were made for this. You were prepared for this. I didn't bring you this far to leave you now, and I will walk with you every step, even when the weight gets heavy, even when the new season feels unfamiliar. I will be your strength, your guide, your covering. People may not understand what I'm doing in your life. Some may even question it, criticize it, or doubt it. But you're not living for their understanding. You're walking in my will, and as long as you stay close to me, no voice can override mine. No opinion can cancel my plan. You are not for everyone, and that's okay. You were chosen for a path that requires focus, faith, and full surrender. You've carried wounds, but now I'm giving you wisdom. You've carried burdens, but now I'm placing blessings. You've cried in silence, but now I'm giving you a song. This shift is not about hype or emotion. It's about promise. It's about alignment. It's about stepping into what has already been declared over your life from the beginning of time. Could a CIA-leaked brainwave ritual be the fastest shortcut to a life of luxury? Newly released CIA research has just exposed a jaw-dropping brainwave technique that's letting everyday people attract massive wealth almost instantly. This 7-second home ritual, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is transforming debt into dream houses, cars, and luxury getaways. If you're reading this, consider yourself lucky. The page could be taken down anytime. Click the link in the description and comments to unlock the secret before it's gone forever. Let your heart be still. Let your mind rest. You don't have to worry about what's ahead. I hold it all, and I will never lead you anywhere my grace won't keep you. I'm not just walking you into a new season, I'm walking with you through it. Every high, every valley, every moment, I'm there. So keep listening, keep believing, keep walking in the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are loved, chosen, and covered. The miracle is not coming later. It's already in motion. Don't look around for confirmation, look up. Look within. My spirit is already speaking, my hand is already moving. You've made it to a moment that many don't, a moment not of escape, but of elevation. I've carried you through the wilderness, and now I'm bringing you into a land of promise, not just a land of ease, but a land of purpose, fulfillment, and fruitfulness. This next season will be one of alignment. You'll begin to see why certain doors stayed closed, why some people left, why the timing didn't line up when you wanted it to. I wasn't saying no, I was saying not yet, because what I'm giving you now had to come at the right time, in the right way, with your heart in the right place. You don't have to apologize for growing. You don't need to shrink just to stay where you were. Some people won't recognize you in this next season. That's okay. I didn't create you to stay the same. I created you to change, to rise, to reflect more of my image with every season you endure. What's ahead requires more of me in you and less of the approval of others. That's why I had to remove certain voices from your life. I needed your ears free to hear mine. Comment 333 if you're ready to walk into what you were truly made for. The past has tried to define you, but I've been redefining you the whole time. You're not the mistakes, you're not the failure, you're not the one who was left behind, you're not the one who's too late. You are my beloved. You are the one I have marked with favor. You are the one I call chosen, not based on perfection, but based on my grace. And it's that grace that's about to surround you like a river. This isn't just your breakthrough, it's your release. I'm breaking chains off your thoughts, your patterns, your family. What held your parents won't hold you. What crippled others won't touch you. What kept you anxious and fearful is losing its grip now. You're stepping into mental clarity, emotional peace, and spiritual freedom like you've never known before. You'll be able to breathe deeply again, not because life got easier, but because you finally realized I'm carrying it with you. You've spent so long waiting for permission to rest, waiting for everything to be fixed before you let your shoulders down. But listen to me. You don't have to wait anymore. You are allowed to breathe now. You are allowed to let go of the worry. You are allowed to believe good things can happen to you, not just to others, but to you. I'm not just the God of distant blessings. I'm the God of your right now moment. I'm showing up in your real life, in your home, in your heart. This is the season where joy returns. Not the kind that depends on things being perfect, but the kind that grows like a tree rooted in my presence. I'm replacing the sadness that sat quietly in the background of your days. I'm pulling out the hidden grief you didn't have the words to express. I'm filling you again with wonder, with hope, with the ability to laugh without fear of the future. That joy is your inheritance. That peace is your portion. You don't have to settle for barely getting by anymore. Comment 777 if you receive the joy and peace God is pouring out now. I know there have been nights you cried yourself to sleep, trying to understand why life turned out the way it did. I know the dreams you buried because they felt too far gone. But I am the God who restores lost years. I can breathe new life into dry bones. I can wake up dreams that have been asleep for decades. Nothing is too late for me. I'm not bound by time. I'm not limited by circumstances. If I say it's coming to life, it will. Don't be surprised when I resurrect what you thought was gone. Don't be shocked when doors swing open that you stopped knocking on. You thought it was over, but I just needed to reposition you. You thought it was rejection, but I was hiding you until the right moment. You're not starting over, you're starting fresh. There's a difference. You're not behind. You're right on time for what I've prepared. You've looked at others and wondered, what about me? And I'm telling you, yes, you, I haven't forgotten you. I didn't skip over you. I didn't pick someone else instead. You are the one I've been watching, the one I've been shaping, the one I've been waiting for to step fully into faith. And now that you have, the floodgates are opening. You will start to see signs, little confirmations, sudden peace, divine appointments, unexpected favor. These are not coincidences. These are glimpses of me showing you that the shift has started. Walk forward boldly, pray boldly, dream boldly. I didn't call you to live small. I didn't place my spirit inside you for you to hide. This is the time to rise, not in pride, but in power. Not in self, but in surrender. Everything you've walked through has trained you for this. Every hard lesson, every unanswered question, every moment you didn't understand, it all shaped your character. And character is what I use to carry my glory. You can be trusted with this next season because you've been faithful with little. And now I am trusting you with more. Is it really possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial struggle into overnight wealth? This leaked, CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second money ritual that's changing lives right now. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience labs, it reprograms your brain to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now living their dream lives, luxury homes, new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. But never forget, this is all about me. Your miracle is for my glory. Your breakthrough is so others will know I am real. The blessing is not the destination. It's the evidence. The true reward is me, my presence, my voice, my peace that never leaves. Keep your heart in that place. Keep your eyes on me. Don't chase the gift. Stay close to the giver. I love you more than words can express. You've heard that before, but hear it again now, not as a saying, but as a truth written over your life.